All right, and so now that we have our notebook set up with our table of contents and our pages numbered, we're going to set up page 5 to take some notes today. So I'm in my science notebook. I'm moved to page 5, right? Odd pages are for notes and vocabulary, even pages are for practice work. And as you can see in the slides here, we're going to use the Cornell note method. We like to abbreviate them as C notes. So I'm going to set up my notebook page to look like this sheet here. And so I'm going to draw my line down the side, not in the middle, slightly off. Great. And down at the bottom, I'm just going to draw this line across because that is for my notes summary. And I will title this summary. All right, looking up at the top, I'm missing a few things. Most importantly, I need a title. And so if I look at our notes here, it says Notes, What is Science? Page 5 in your notebook, or your ISN, Interactive Science Notebook. So I'm going to put the date first. Everything we do in our notebooks needs to have the date on it. So 9-15-20. And the title of these notes today is What is Science? Great. And if we look at how our notes are laid out, on the left-hand side is where we put our questions. On the right-hand side is where we put all the information. And then the idea is that we go back in with either colored pencils or highlighters, and we can highlight and add to our notes as we continue to learn more. But we're going to start off pretty easy today with these slides. And our first slide is just a definition for science. So again, the questions go on the left side, the information goes on the right side. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to put what is science? And on the right-hand side is where I put the answer. Science is knowledge about the natural world and universe it's based on facts. It's very important that it's based on facts. It's underlined. And we learn this through experiments and observation. And both of those are also underlined, important words. Excellent. So we've started off our notes. That's a great start. Remember to take your time and write slow enough that you can read your notes. It's going to become very helpful when it comes to test or quiz time. We're going to move on to our next slide, and we're going to go over some skills that scientists, oh, sorry, that's my cat. Skills that scientists use to learn about the world. And these skills are what we're going to be practicing all year. In any science class, you practice these skills. So I'm going to put this in our notes section. To learn about the world, we use these science skills. Observing. So to see things, to hear things, to feel things, those are all observations. We use our 5 senses to observe. questioning. Oh, inferring. We'll go inferring next. So sometimes after we make an observation, we infer. For example, Miss Kristen is wearing a red shirt. I infer that she really likes the color red. So I made an observation and then an inference based on that observation. I inferred. Next, questioning, which is one of the most important parts of science, is coming up with questions to investigate and collect evidence to answer those questions. After that, we have predicting, which we do as part of our experiments. We make predictions in our hypotheses, and classifying, and making models. Whether it's a model of an atom, a model of a cell, we do make models. The model of a roller coaster. All right, so to learn about the world, we use these science skills. What question could go with this information? How about, what are some science skills? Great. And so that is the answer to that question. And now we're almost done with our notes for today. Slide 6, what is life science? So not only are we studying science, we're studying life science in 7th and 8th grade. So in 6th grade, it was physical science, which is the study of non-living things and how they interact with energy. And life science is the study of living things. And this study can range from tiny structures inside cells to large, complex ecosystems. So I'm going to go ahead and put that over here. Life science is the study of living things the study can range from tiny structures inside cells to large, complex ecosystems. Right, there we have it. I'm going to underline life science. And the question that goes with that is, what is life science? What is life science? Now I'm going to look over my notes for today, and I'm going to add a summary down at the bottom. Summary just needs to be 1 or 2 sentences, and it should sum up the new information that you wrote down. You can start it with today I learned, or you could just say science, it helps us explain the natural world, some of the skills we use in science. You could add in a little bit about life sciences, studying living things. And you'll go ahead and do your 1 to 2 sentences in your summary. This is a really important part. This means that not only can you copy information into your notes, now you can kind of pare that information down to figure out, what does it mean? What's the important part? Summarize it. Summarize those main points. When we are done, in order to help us remember some of this stuff, it is always great to go in and highlight. And you can come up with your own system to highlight. I like to do vocabulary words in one color, and then important words that connect to that vocabulary word in another color. So I think science for sure, you need to know the definition of. So that is an important vocabulary word. And I think the important words that go with science that we want to make sure we remember are facts, experiments, and observation. And then I come down to science skills. All of these are important to know. So your science skills. And we said especially questioning, be able to come up with questions that you can investigate. And life science, that is also a very important word. And then the thing to remember there is living things and how those living things interact with non-living things in their environment as well. All right, so this was our first day of taking notes. You guys did a great job. Remember, your assignment for today is to finish your notes, write a 2-sentence summary, 1 or 2 sentence summary, complete sentence with a capital letter and a period, and submit a picture of your completed notes on the correct page, page 5, with the date, with the title, and to earn credit for today's assignment. Please see us on Google Meet if you have any questions.